Good morning. Welcome back to our sessions. So, hope in our last session we learned all together related to the analysis section. Okay. Hope everybody is pending for the document to be shared. Let me share it right now. Okay. It's not allowing. Let me share it in our WhatsApp group itself directly. Okay. So, in our last session, we learned all about related to what we call them as our analysis section out of it. So we learned about the malware, phishing, multiple malware, as well as the few more different types of alerts as well. So we covered up into our last session. So apart from this, are there any other different alerts that can be discussed? Of course, yes. There are many more in the document which I'm going to share. You can go through the document so that you will get an easy idea of it, right? So what exactly the analysis is all about. See, answering in a structured approach is very much important, right? Answering in a structured approach, especially for the analysis, is very important. How you start, how you travel, how you end up your answers, that is going to have a major impact within that particular part of it. Okay. So, coming up to our next session for today, right? So, which will be the last session as well, right? So, according to the days, number of days. But so, if you do have questions about the future classes, it will be informed prior in the WhatsApp group, right? So, definitely yes. So, few of the session on the XOR or XTR, so it's pending. So, those will be covered off in the upcoming sessions. But when those sessions are going to start, who is going to handle, it will be clearly be mentioned in your WhatsApp group. Okay. So if it is me or Alan Guru, so both of us, if any one of us will be jumping in, we will inform priorly in the group on that part. Okay. So the next part of it is all related to what we call them as a CV preparation, right? Before jumping into the CV, let's shed some light on tell me about yourself as well, which is a very important part and one of the common question if you attend even 100 interviews as well, right? This will be the common question that you can expect in each and every single interview, right? Give me a walkthrough of your profile, explain what you have done so far, tell me about yourself, can you brief me about yourself, right? So can you explain your resume? All these things tends to same thing on that part, right? See, this is the very first question in the interview where this is a very 200% chance that you can impress the interviewer, you can build a reputation in front of the interviewer, you can give the confidence to the interviewer by answering to this particular questions out of it. Okay, but how can you make this interesting? That's the point that we need to think right now. How can you make this tell me about yourself interesting, right? Most of us, what we do, we start off our answers just by saying, okay, hi, this is Surya. I have completed my graduation from so and so college. Currently, I'm working from the XYZ company, and right now, looking out for a change. Does it impress the interviewer? No. That's a real quick one, right? But how can we do that one? Many people will just keep on blabbering. It will be too much to speak, right? But what is the optimized way of answering a particular thing, right? What is a optimized way of answering a particular part of it? So how can we do that particular thing, right? So basically, how it can be done is all related to first start off with your name, so then with your graduation, only mention highest qualification, right? And if you are from any other different background, if you are from mechanical background or civil background or any other non-IT backgrounds, don't mention your stream, right? Just focus. Okay, I'll just give a glimpse of it. Hi, this is Surya, right? So basically I have completed my BTech graduation from XYZ particular college of engineering from Karnataka itself. So I was very much interested to start my career in the field of cybersecurity in my college days itself, where I have attended couple of workshops, seminar on the particular cybersecurity hacking related stuff. So it made me curious to start my job. So soon after my completion of my graduation, I got an opportunity to at XYZ Solution. So where I started my career as an intern. Initially being an intern, we know that I got a platform exposure. I got to know how a company will be secured in the organization by different means of security as well. Then I moved to the next company, ABC, where I worked as a security analyst. So here I got up or the role of opportunity as monitoring, 24/7 monitoring. So working on the different alerts, rising of an incident, monitoring of the dashboards, right? Apart from these also, I gained knowledge on the threat hunting vulnerability assessment as a part of my career development. So then even I got an opportunity to work on Microsoft O365 or Cortex XOR, which is one of the booming solution right now. So these are all the things what I got, but I'm looking out for a platform change. So that's why I'm giving up the interview today. Right? That's how you can end your answer, right? So start your name, designation, then all those things has to be given up, right? See, certain times interviewer will also cross question you. Hey, okay, hey, why do you want to change the company? Never ever say negative about your previous company. Okay, so never ever give out negative about your previous company, as well as never ever try to say that only because of what we call the package or something you're changing the company, right? Because either of those things will not give a good impact, right? Good impression, right? So you don't get a good impression out of it. So that's the reason. So what you can say is, if you get this question, okay, hey, why do you want to switch your job? What is the reason behind it? You can say, no, sir. So ABC company is a wonderful platform for me to learn about so many different tools and technologies. But however, so looking at the career advancement, I want to work in a much more challenging and better environment. Obviously, so financially also I want to get more. So that's the reason I'm switching out for a change. Right? Carefully, strategically, you need to answer such kind of questions out of it. Be prepared for these kind of answers, right? You need to write it down and make sure that you know. Write a script your answers, right? Write a script of your answers. Try to see the matured version out of it, right? Then only you will be able to get through on that particular part. Clear? Okay, we'll come to the point right now. So most of you are having the same question, that we are from different background, what to say, how to do, what not to do, right? Okay, let me speak about it. So that's about your self introduction. So please do prepare your self introduction without mess, right? Write a script of it, read it, look how you feel about it. When you listen to that part, look how do you feel about it. So if you feel good, if you are able to tackle the things, that's fine, well and good. If not, you need to change it according to the explanations. Okay. So then, speaking about the next part of it, right? So what we call them as your CV preparation part, right? Before to that, so many of you do have a questions about your previous experience. What shall we show and what to do? See, remember guys, if you have your designations in a generic manner, if your designations are associate, right? If you're just analyst, associate, engineer, right? If you have these kind of basic designations, then you can you need not to worry. You can just say that. So you can probably go ahead and say I used to work in the SOC team, and that's what your designation they have given to. Because the companies like Cognizant, the companies like Capgemini, they will give their SOC team these kind of designations: analyst, intern, right? So or it might be associate, senior associate, consultant, right? If you have all these different job roles, don't need to worry. You can showcase that you used to work in the SOC team itself, right? So I know that the next question you're going to get is background verification. See, background verification only happens with three vectors. One thing is Surya working in your company? Yes. Okay. So was his designation this? Yes. Was he working from so and so period to so and so period? Yes. That's it. They don't ask which project he worked, who is the manager, how was his performance. No, companies doesn't have time to answer all those questions who have left the company, right? So that's the reason. So you need not to worry about that particular ones, right? Second aspect, as many of you are telling that, so most of you already have work experience, right? So work experience of 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. So how can we show? So with that 3 year, 4 year experience, you can showcase that initially when you joined the company for IAM team itself, right? But later on, there was an open position in the SOC team because you already have good amount of knowledge and trying to switch. So you ask for an opportunity within the team to shift. Then you got an opportunity, you give an interview, and you moved into the different team, right? You moved into the different team. So that's how you can showcase your part of your experience. See, if you have 5 years of experience, showcase 2 to 3 years in SOC, the rest 2 years in whatever the domain you are working in. If you have worked in the two different companies from the past 3 years, 2 year one company, 1 year one company, showcase that from past 1 year you are working in the SOC, right? Presently in whichever the company you are in, so then you need to add up those particular things as a SOC experience itself, right? That's how you can showcase your experience out of your particular profile. If you are working with 7 years of experience, like think about it, divide it and give around 3 to 4 years in SOC, the rest 3 years in SOC itself, right? Sorry, the rest 3 years in the different domain which you're presently working in. If you have 5 years in SOC, you can showcase to 2 to 3 years, till 2 to 3 years in SOC, right? Check according to your profile. If you have worked in 3 years in one company and 2 years in one company, showcase that 2 years in SOC, 3 years in your present domain. All right. Freshers, you need not to worry about it, right? So what is there to change in the freshers area? So just whatever you have got your experience, you can just drop it up. For the freshers, you need not to do anything. What is your college date, passed out date? That's it. Your roles and responsibilities. Those are the things you have to mention about. I'll try to share few of the sample resumes here. How does this resume looks like? Is it good? What is the changes? Okay, you can see here, guys. So basically, this is a one resume which is not even related to cybersecurity itself, right? So which is a plain black and white color, lots of unwanted information which is not relevant to SOC itself, right? So that's a reason. Try to avoid such kind of resumes, right? So when you look at this particular sample, right? When you just look at this sample, right? So even here also there are too much of error mistake. That means too much of blank spaces, right? So information without the pointers, right? And font style and font size change. You can see here the font size is different, here the font size is different, the informations are not clearly visible, right? All these things will matter a lot. So that's the reason what I'm trying to say here is whenever you try to build a resume, make sure each and every factors are considered while you build up a resume. That means selection of a right impressive resume template, right? Select a resume template which is impressive. Don't add up or mix up two to three different colors, right? Don't make it a colorful thing, right? Just keep it simple, right? A unique, right? Even when I say unique, that doesn't mean you have to keep it plain white, right? No. So just take up one or two different particular colors and try to add it up into your resume as well. Then make sure you maintain a unique font style through your entire resume. If you make a mix and match, it looks like this, right? These gets highlighted, this nobody will looks at it, right? So that's the reason. Make sure that your resume is having the unique font style through the entire resume. Only the headers should be having slightly higher the font style, right? So sorry, font size, right? Font size should be same for entire resume. Font style also should be the same, but the only thing is the size of the headers should be slightly higher just to highlight that particular section out of it, right? Then, so speaking about the line spacing, you can see here. So the one good thing about this resume is you can see here it is unique. That means the space between the two pointers are unique, right? So some of us, what we do between these 2 points, we give double space. Here it will be single space. It looks odd, right? So that's the reason presentation is always very much important. All these small things will matter, right? It shows how professional you are in terms of designing the things. So that's the reason. So what you can do is you can just ensure the space between the pointers are unique, right? It is kept unique. Don't try to what you call them as make it uneven between the pointers, right? So then we have something called as dividing or what are the sections that you need to have in your resume, right? So what are the things that you need to include, right? So being a fresher, right? So if at all if you are a fresher, so what are the things you need to include? These things you need to include the skills first, right? What are the skills that you have got? What are the roles and responsibilities of being a security analyst? What are the different tools and technologies? About the education, right? What certificates that you have got, what is your interest, right? So only these things has to be mentioned within your resume. Don't try to add up that in terms of interest. Don't try to mention I'm a good cricket player, I'm a good football player, I'm good at cooking, right? So if at all if you're good at all those things, that doesn't help us to get a job, right? So this is a one of the perfect example for freshers, right? You can take up, you can see here all the pointers are in one single straight line. Look, see how professional it looks, right? So all the things are in one single straight line, and space between the pointers are unique, right? It's not uneven. Everywhere, if you check, they are in a unique ones, right? So that it gives visually the good feel while you look at a particular resume. right? So that's the reason you need to have that particular ones. Then what are the information that you need to mention here, right? First thing is your perfect correct Gmail address, then your mobile number, the contact number, right? Then your LinkedIn profile. If you want, you can mention. If not, also that works fine, right? But these informations are very much important. Your mail address as well as the calling number is very much important, so that anybody wants to communicate with you, so they can get that particular number through it, right? So that's how a CV should be built. Then there is a discussion that whether should I need to include the CV, oh sorry, the photo or not. What is it? You want to include the photo, guys? It's not a mandatory thing to have the particular image out of it, right? Nobody expects us to have an image, but if you want, you can include. If not, also you can ignore that particular ones, right? But if you are putting the photo, make sure it is not too large enough, and also it is not a too non-professional manner, right? So please don't put it. So it has to be 200% in a professional manner, a simple, a decent ones, right? So and also decent size as well. You can see for this resume, this size of the image is good. If he makes much more thing, then obviously what will happen? So it looks odd in the resume, right? So then the designation should be cybersecurity analyst or trainee, right? Cybersecurity analyst, trainee out of it, right? This is also one good sample ones. You can see for especially for experienced professional, right? What are the different tools and technologies? Just like this, you need to mention the tools and technology wise, right? Sim tool, right? So there's a spelling mistake. That's the biggest thing. Please try to avoid that one, right? So then So first thing is all about related to technology name, which is the tool, which is a ticketing tool that you learned, right? Malware analysis, any dot run, threat intelligence, right? But which is a tool, phishing, email gateway, firewall, vulnerability management, right? So you can add up these ones. Certifications, if you have any, you can mention those particular details as well. And you can see here how they have given the information in terms of experienced professionals, right? So employment history, make it an employment history here. What is the designation that you have? Then what is the company? First thing should be company name, right? So the ordering should be done something like this. First should be company name. Second should be the designation. Third should be the duration, right? Till what time? So they are working within that particular organization. Then what are the different pointers you have got? You need to mention those pointers. If you need these pointers, then obviously you will get it in your Magic Portal. If you go to the Magic Portal under the CV preparation section, you will be able to grab all these different pointers. Then the previous company, you can see a security analyst. Then you can see the technical support consultant, associate customer support. So for those which you are showcasing the non-IT experience or from non-SOC experience, right? So hopefully what you can do is you can put these pointers in a very lesser manner. You can see here they have mentioned only 3 points, right? Here only 1 point or 2 points, because if it is obviously not related to the stock or something, so even though if you give hundreds of points also, that doesn't make sense, right? So that's the reason we need to add up these pointers something like this. Clear? Any questions so far? How to get a Splunk fundamental certificate? So there is a URL that is present in the Magic Portal. If you just click on it, you will be able to complete a course or certification from Splunk, and you'll be able to get the certificate. There is a URL, just click on it. What about if someone living out of India, but Indian company can only make WhatsApp call? It depends. Sometimes they'll make, sometimes not. because obviously most of the companies they want to hire uh, the people who are in their locality, right? Especially in India or in any other different country. So that's the reason. If they are really interested on your profile, they can make it. If not, so you need to have a local Indian number to do that. What about non-IT experience who have more than 4 years gap, 4 years experience? See, does your designation says whether you are from non-IT or IT? No, right? Designation can't say, like unless and until if it is clearly mentioned that you are a marketing associate, or it might be you are a sales team person, right? If those words are present, then only it will say that they are from particular what we call them as the non-IT. Even for non-IT also, you can give the same reason, right? So yes, sir. Initially, I got into the job of sales team. So basically, I used to work in a SOC team, sales team. Then afterwards, so after 6 months, so they started off framing a new SOC team within our organization. Right. Earlier, our SOC was outsourced. Right now, our SOC got in-house. That means they framed a new SOC team today. So then there were a few more opportunities. I gave an interview for that role, and then I got selected. I internally moved into that particular company. Right. So that's what you can cover it up. Okay. Next, any other questions? How to apply for remote work opportunity? No option. The only thing what we are doing right now is with Naukri, LinkedIn, the same two platforms, right? So for any sort of job hunting, any type of it, the same way how you're hunting the job in a regular manner, the same thing has to work. Okay. So in TCS it shows BPO one in payslips. So you need to say or you need to give that explanation, guys, right? Just saying that I used to work from this company and so role. Initially, like after 1 year, I moved into this particular company, but they haven't changed my designation. So it is going to happen in the next financial year. That's what they promised, and the HR has given the information, right? So that's what you can give an example. How if you have a gap in the career? So if you have a gap in the career, so that's a bigger worse thing, guys, because we don't have anything to showcase with the gap, because there is no experience that it counts, but there is no experience that you can pull it into that particular gap. Right now you need to just explain the same thing to the interviewer. I have a gap for so and so reason. Whatever the reason you have, try to be genuine. You can give that same reason. I have a gap for these many years because of so and so thing. Right now, I want to switch back to the career. So, what about a designation as a network engineer with 6 years of experience? See, if at all, if you're working within the network team or NOC team, or it might be any other association of IT teams, it is very, very easier for you to do this switch, because you are already the part of IT and you can prove the same thing in the interview as well and say, yes, I joined into the company as a network engineer. Later on, I moved into so and so company for so and so, sorry, so and so team, because I got an opportunity, and within the SOC team, there was a vacant place. I gave an interview and they selected me. That's what the reason they can give, right? So because NOC and SOC and all are associated ones. Even you can say that being a network engineer, I used to work within the SOC team, or we used to support the SOC team itself. Because initially they have framed a new SOC team, so they want to include into that new SOC team both NOC and SOC, so that people are aware of the networking as well. That's why reason. Even though my designation is network engineer, but I used to work as a SOC analyst itself. These are all the job roles and responsibilities you can explain to the interviewer. I have 14 years of IT business development, PMP certified, possess basic knowledge of tech stacks, but Sandeep, so 14 years of experience is a very big higher number, right? So what you can showcase is if you have 14 years of experience, so hopefully you can showcase 4 to 5 years or 7 years in SOC, right? You can say showcase first 6 to 7 years you used to work as your whatever the business development side you have worked in, but the last 7 years you are working in the SOC, right? But you need to give that differentiation within the company experience wise. Senior executive is a basic designation, right, Prashant? Probably you can say that you used to work as an L2 for a particular organization. Then you can try to switch for any other different L2 role itself. So no pay slips, no proven experience, and how to put 4 years of experience. If you haven't worked in any company, is that your question, Navya? So far you haven't worked in any of the companies. My designation is system test engineer. This designation is helpful. Yes, obviously, yes. You can say that you're, see, as I said, if you're working as a desktop support engineer, network engineer, NOC engineer, these are all the associated designations of NOC, SOC itself, right? You can say that. So you joined that company as a NOC, but later you moved into the SOC team, and this is what your designation is. If I had tenure in ethical hacking, that's a very good thing because you are already in ethical hacking. That means you're already within the cybersecurity itself, right? You need not to worry. You can just say like I used to work as an ethical hacker as well as the SOC team member as well. So Navya, if you don't have the proven experience, if you don't have the payslip, you can't do anything because without that document, so without that particular document, you cannot do anything, right? I can understand you worked in a company, but they haven't provided that payslip, then you can't do anything. See, for any company, if you want to prove that you have worked so far, they majorly ask for your offer letter, your last 6 months or 3 months payslip, right? There your relieving letter, your Form 16. These are the four main major documents that anyone will ask you before you are joining the company. Make sure you keep these things in the mind that you have these documents, right? So one trick that you can follow in every single interview is you can just say that I used to work as security analyst, right? Say that I work as a security analyst. Even in a resume also you can mention the same thing. I used to work as a security analyst itself. Give the interview and do all those things. But later on, once you get selected and they will ask you to give the details at that particular time, they will ask you to fill out a form, right? So ask you to fill out a particular form in your what we call at the time of hiring process. At that particular time, mention your original designation, right? Mention your original designation, whatever that you have, NOC engineer, executive, senior executive, or it might be any designation you have. You have to mention that original designation. If at all, if the interviewer asks you, hey Surya, you said at the time of interview you used to work as security analyst, but right now you are mentioning it as senior executive or senior consultant. What is the reason behind it? Then you can give that explanation. No, sir, I joined the company as a so and so thing, but later on, from past 2 years, I'm working as a security analyst itself. But my designation haven't got changed because of the financial year change and the company mergings and all those project things that were happening. It was supposed to happen this year or in the upcoming 3 4 months. But my present designation in my Oracle or something in my professional thing was senior executive. That's why I gave this particular designation, right? So you can showcase, or that's how you can maintain it. Initially you can say you worked as a security analyst, then you can say about, or in the at the time of filling out the details with the HR, you can mention your original designation. because that forum they are going to give it for background verification, right? That forum they are going to give it for background verification. I'm currently working in L2 production support engineer and total 4 years of experience and current role is a senior software engineer. So try giving it as a senior engineer, right? Try mentioning your designation as senior engineer, Shashi Kumar. You can give it as a senior engineer. So that showcase that you have to work in the SOC team itself, right? See, all these things is a very common problem that happens in the Indian market. But when you go to the US or it might be outside the Indian market, right? Don't worry about it because there the situations are slightly different. So there you can explain the situation, right? So far I'm working as so and so a particular role. I'm working as a senior executive, but I do have a knowledge of SOC and cyber security. That's why I'm giving it an interview for the role of L2. You can just give the interview, they will accept it. But in India, more than your knowledge, they want you to have the experience in your documents wise, right? That's why you need to have all these documents. Okay. So then, 3 month notice period. That's a one more monster I can see. Companies want to release the candidates with 3 months experience, sorry, 3 months notice period, but they want to hire a person with 1 month designate. Oh, sorry, 1 month joining time, right? That's a fate of Indian market. What we can currently observe. See, so basically, so what you can focus is all. First, say that whenever you have a 3 months notice period, first say that initially you have 60 days of notice period or 75 days of notice period. But you can work with your manager and try to negotiate and get it done. First, give the interview, get it selected. Right. Once you select in the interview, once you get it in the interview, then interviewers will be ready to wait for you for certain amount of time, right? Later, first say that you have 60 to 75 days of notice period, but however, I will try to negotiate with my manager to give a early leaving. Give the interview, get it done. Once selected, when they ask, come back and ask for what will be your joining date. So try to give it 10 15 days later itself, so that to be on the safer side. In the meantime, in the present company also try to negotiate with your HR and manager, right? So while you're going with a good image or memory out of that company, just ask them, please, can you give me early relieving of at least 1 month or 15 days? It would be a great help, right? So then you can request for them. If they're okay with it, then you can get that particular switch of it. Clear? Guys, I know that most of you are asking with your individual questions, right? With respect to your particular file. So due to the high volume of questions, probably I may answer certain questions, I may not, because of the questions are keep on flowing into the chat box, right? But what I can say is you can correlate the answers with your generic ones, right? When I'm trying to answer any other teammates answer questions, try to make sure how you can correlate that with your profile. How do you work in a company if you go as an experienced professional? So don't do they ask you to work on the very first day itself, Rahman? First day itself, try to go ahead and monitor this, try to write a dashboard, create it, create this, create that. Will they do that? No, right? So that's a reason. So they will just give. There is something called as a training. There is something called as the onboarding process, right? So they will allow you to adjust for the environment. They will give you 1 month of time as well. Within 1 month of time, try to pick up the things, right? So 1 month is sufficient. Every day 9 hours of time for cybersecurity. If you give it for 1 month, trust me how much of knowledge you can gain about the present company. Try to do it and try to follow the normal simple process. Don't try to do extraordinary things when you get a job. Try to do normal simple things. After 6 months, 1 year, once you have a good grip of it, then try to showcase your skills, right? Okay. So speaking about the Naukri profile, what are the do's and don'ts of a Naukri profile? But L2, they are asking about the quotation rule. So if you're aware of the logic, you can explain, or you can say, in my previous company, I haven't got an opportunity to write a quotation rule. That's why I'm ignoring it. You can just leave it off. I nearly have 7 years of experience in account payable. How can I modify it related to cybersecurity? What is your designation, Robin? Certificate and all those information will be shared in the WhatsApp group. How to improve your communication skills? Every day without miss, make sure 30 minutes you are speaking with your friend in English. Watch out a particular movie without listening to the audio by just looking at the video as well as the subtitles, right? Read a book, right? So read a book. So whenever you're alone also try to speak in English, try to communicate in English. That's how you can improve your communication skills. Currently working as a technical executive. Yes, you can. Technical executive is a generic role. You can use it and you can put it in a resume. I was a tech engineer, but I never made it to the floor. I did training there for 3 months, but they told me to resign due to the recession. So what and how should I answer? Don't mention the last 3 months of experience itself, Sainath. Right? So don't mention about that 3 months of experience itself. Just showcase the previous 2 months. Just say that you do have a gap of this 3 months because of your health issue. Right now, you're doing well and good, and you want to switch back. What if they ask for your current package is 15 LPA and you are going lesser than CTC now? Why do you want to go for that lesser package, Sandeep? I didn't go to your context, previous context. I have CISSP set for 2 years now. Do you think it would help you get job? Obviously, yes. That's 100% that is going to help you to get a job. Can we apply to experienced role asking 2 to 3 years of experience even though we are freshers? Yes, if you want to avoid all those that initial joining glitches and all those things, Manoj, but you can do that one. So that's a good question, Dhananjay. How is the IT market right now? So obviously, if I want to answer that particular question of it, right? So even though it's not doing well and good, right? Because you know that recession is going on, and too much of what we call them as the few of the companies are kicking off with their project and all. So right now, its market is not so good, right, for the recruitments and all. Not seeing the great amount of openings, but however, so it is going to change in the future because likewise, this particular stage of IT industry has already almost been from more than 1 year or 2 years. I can see almost 2 years right now from past 2 years. So we were able to see this very downfall of the market, right? But hopefully it has to come back stronger, right? So it will come back stronger. So it is going to improvise on that part. Right. So because the global war that we were able to go see in the two different countries, and the UK market recession, the US market recession, right? So all those things are having an impact, right? So the combined impact is having that particular ones on the IT industry. Is it beneficial for SOC analyst to have knowledge of compliance? Obviously, it's Ulash. So if you have the knowledge of compliance, that's a 200% that is going to help you out. How much salary can be expected with, as I have 8 years of experience in antivirus company as QA. So Divyang, if out of 8 years, if you are showcasing 3 to 4 years of experience in shock, obviously you can expect more than 15 LPA. I think 15 to 18, more than 18 itself. 18 LPA you can expect for. Have 6 years of experience as assistant manager in sales and promoted as manager level 1 support in Zero the fintech. Sainath, you cannot mention your manager or L1 experience or your designation, because obviously if you put it, you will be going for the interview of manager itself, and obviously it is a very high severe ones, right? With this training you will not be able to crack through the managerial stuff, right? But however you can target for L1 and L2. Okay, let me just try to open the Naukri. I'm just logging into my Naukri profile, guys, to give a demo of it. Okay, so let me share my screen. So Naukri is also one more very important platform where you will be able to find many of the jobs related to the particular cybersecurity, right? So creation of your particular profile is a one more very much important part of your job hunting, guys. This has to be always 100%, right? This has to be always the 100% that you need to make it up. So what all the details you need to make it up, even though in terms of your key skills, right? Remember, these key skills are very much important. Your profile shortlisting will be happening based on the keywords that are present within this particular area. Especially the interviewer, when they want to select your profile, they have their own Naukri profile login. We call them as a recruiter's login. Naukri recruiter's login. They will log in into their recruiter's login. Then they'll put all those details. What details you're looking out for? I'm looking out for fresher. Okay. They'll put it as 0 to 1 year experience. Then in the knowledge wise or in the skill wise, they'll mention SOC, SIM, SOAR, and click enter. If your profile is having 0 to 1 year experience, and if your profile is having those three keywords in your skills section, your profile will be available in their search practice. Your profile will be available in their search. So that's the reason. Don't try to add up any unwanted thing. Always add highly valuable ones, right? Highly valuable ones within your key skill section, right? So once you have added up all those details in the key skill section, then work around your employment history part. right? So check on what is the designation you have, and these pointers you can just copy paste from your resume itself. Whatever the pointers you have got, you can copy paste from there itself. So then if you can give all those details, so whatever you want, you can mention those particular details out of it. So then you can speak about your education, from where and how you completed, then the IT skills as well. Try to mention a few of the tools and technologies what you have learned, and approximate duration and their version as well, right? This they don't take it in a very much more serious practice, but however you can mention these basic details, right? So then the profile summary will be just the pointers that you can copy paste from your resume itself, right? In the technical summary section, see, if your resume should be having these pointers without miss. Summary, technical summary should be there. Here, what all the knowledge that you have gained, you need to mention. Skills, security skills. Here, what all the work you have done. So to keep these things in the mind, then you can prepare your resume accordingly, right? So you can add up, and if a certification, if you want, if you have, and you can mention those, and the departments, right? So current industry and all those department you need to mention: hardware networking, IT and information security, IT information security, and others, right? SOC, cyber security related details you can mention. Earlier, they don't have this, but you can mention IT services and consulting. Just see if you have anything. Cyber security, you can see. So current industry, cyber security, right? So you can change it up accordingly, and don't worry about the package and all those, whatever you're going to mention. So your discussion and your finalization doesn't matter with respect to this. Nobody will consider these numbers. They are just present there, unless and until they discuss with you vocally through the call, then only they're going to confirm the package whatever you're going to get. Don't think that, sir, if I mention here that is the number what I will get, or don't mention too high number, less number also. Keep it in the mid range. That's it. Clear? One more important thing, when you go to the settings part, right? When you go to the settings, here you need to change immediately looking for a change, right? Immediately looking for a job. So don't, by default, this will be selected, right? Please remove this selection and go for this one, right? So immediately looking out for the job. That should be the one you need to look for. And especially for the search criteria as well, never ever try to search the jobs apart from cybersecurity or SOC, right? Because you will start getting the recommendations only out of it. Sometimes people, out of curiosity, just to see how much openings we have in that domain, you search it, then you start getting recommendations for that only. So that's the reason. Don't do it. Just mention anything with respect to cybersecurity, right? So it might be SOC analyst, SIM, security operations center, and search, right? Something related to this with respect to the suggestions, you can take it up and you can see. You can see these are all the different openings what we have got it. This is how you gonna build your typical Naukri profile. Resume headline will be the one line, just mention, right, like your knowledge wise. SOC pipeline, SIM pipeline, mention about all the tools and technologies what you have got. That's your resume headlines, right? 4 years of experience, all those things you can cover it up within your Naukri profile of it. Clear? Five symbols just to go classify between the pointers. What are the recommended courses to get a good switch with good package without disadvantage? There is nothing such. You can see knowledge is everywhere. There is nothing limited on that particular area. So just try to do some research in the Udemy and Google and YouTube. That's what I can say. Right? See, the most of the time, dedication is the key to the success. Right? As I said, within 1 month, we cannot make the people from zero to hero, or we cannot make a from hero to zero. Right? It all depends on how you are. So what is your vision into your own life, right? So all those things that is going to matter. How much you are giving up the time, how much you are focused on reading up the different things, that is going to matter. So just check on that area as well, right? So see, the course anyhow is going to get ended, right? So if not this week or next week or after that week or any time, it is going to get ended up or winded up, right? But however, even after the course is over, you need to stay dedicated. You need to focus on what you're learning. That's a one more very much important part of it, right? So that's a reason. So this 1 month effort, what we are putting in and what you are getting in, right? Just make sure that it will collide at a one single point, right? It should be just like a graph which is trying to move from downward towards the upward, right? It should not be the one line straight graph, right? So focus on whatever the things that you are trying to do, right? Even nevertheless, even we can't say that just because without 1 month or 4 weeks of courses you will be able to get all the knowledge of cybersecurity. No, obviously no, right? Because till today we are in the industry with more than 8 to 10 years or 12 years of experience. Till today, some of the things even we are not aware of it. Still, it requires us to read and get through and get the knowledge out of it. So that's the reason. What I do strongly recommend for each one of you is focus, right? So focus on the particular knowledge and your particular, what we call them as the strength, right? Whatever you have got, right? So that's a, see, presentation, confidence, than the technical thing. These three things are key to the success, right? These three things are key to the success. Just focus on it. So I have 3.5 years of experience in the development side. What are the skills that I need to mention in the SOC? So till now, what are the things we discussed? You can just focus on that particular one, Gagana. Okay. Hope you joined a bit late, I guess. Freshest job or very less in Naukri. Is there any other portal? No, Lakshman. So there are monster jobs or Indeed jobs as well. We can just try it out in those portals as well. Naukri is the older one and popular ones, but however, you can just check on Indeed and monster jobs as well. Okay, we'll share those PDF. LinkedIn. So let me show. Ashwin, you can add your experience. You can showcase 1 or 2 years of experience, right? So you can showcase that particular experience. So I'm not sure, like there are many different ways out there in the market where they will showcase some experience and they will get through that one, right? But however, the best possible way is you can just go as a fresher itself. Okay, I think my LinkedIn profile is not opening up. It says some corrupt thing, but okay. Let me try to explain it vocally, right? So I will ask Anand Guru sir to, if he is taking up the next session, I will ask him to showcase only the LinkedIn ones. Okay. So LinkedIn, so probably how to prepare it. So most of us, so there is a one hesitation, right? If I say that, most of you will agree with it. You're already working in different companies and you already do have different LinkedIn profiles right now. If I switch it into cybersecurity, obviously they're going to ask the questions, or um, the present company HR, they're going to create a problem, right? So that's the reason what I can say is, so try to, you can say that you don't have a LinkedIn profile, right? You can just search to the job from Naukri. That's the first step. Second step, either you can say that you can create a new email address with a new mobile number. You can create a new profile itself altogether and put all the SOC related experience on that part. Third step is all related to, so change your present company profile and you can hide that profile from your present company teammates, right? Your manager, your HR team member, your colleagues and all. You can hide your particular profile from that. Even Naukri also, you can do the same thing. You can hide your profile from certain people. You can search, you can put it a name, right? And remember, the LinkedIn headline plays a vital role, right? The LinkedIn headline plays a vital role because within the LinkedIn headline, the headline below your name, it has to be, most of us we write as completed BTech in XYZ college or working in XYZ company from 3 years, right? Don't mention that one. Keep it simple, right? So first mention 3 years of experience, right? So then SOC, comma, SOC, SIM, SOAR, have certificate, like mention certification like CH, or it might be Splunk certified, or it might be ISC certified. Mention that particular detail as well, and put that particular ribbon. Right now, LinkedIn has introduced a new thing. If you are looking out for a job, around your image, you'll be getting that hashtag open for the job. Right. So search that, put that one also, and then you can switch for the particular role of it or job of it. Right. That's how you can mention the particular details. So can we survive from shifting from teaching to cybersecurity with no real experience? See, it's as good as swimming in the ocean. If you want to survive, you need to swim, right? So you can't ask someone else to come and swim for you. That's how it works. Recently got placed in Accenture from campus recruitment for associate software engineer role, but I have done certifications like, can I change my domain to cybersecurity? Yes, obviously you can do that one, Manoj. Just request within the Accenture team that I already have these many certifications and I'm very good at cybersecurity. Please give me the role in with any part of the cybersecurity, right, within the Accenture, because obviously Accenture has hundreds of projects that are running with security numbers. You can just get that once. Clear? So Jamal, if you do already have 13 years of experience, you can showcase around 7 to 8 years in SOC. You can apply for the L2 role, and the package obviously you can expect with that 13 years of experience. I can say almost more than 20, 25, 30 plus, right? So you will be mostly be recruited for again the same team lead or any other particular role within the SOC team itself. You can give it a try on that. Okay. Certifications are not mandatory, but if you have one, that is going to help you out for your betterment. More nearly has 7 years of experience in account payable as senior associate. Senior associate is a generic designation, right, Robin? I think you joined a session late. Try to understand senior associate is a generic role. Senior associate is not related to account payable, or it might be telecaller, or it might be anything. Senior associate is a generic role. Just say that within the stock team itself, you are working as a senior associate, because Capgemini and Cognizant will give their L2 role as a senior associate itself. Why can you prove that one? Right? So please try to just make sure that you're using these things in the interview. Clear? I will try to share my link as well. As new to SOC, which certificate you recommend? So you can go for Security Plus, you can go for CompTIA Plus, you can go for Certified Ethical Hacking. These are the few certifications you can take for. Yes, we'll share the yesterday's PPT right now here itself. I'm not sure why I'm not able to attach here. Okay, so that's it for our today's session, guys. So hopefully, thanks for that. And definitely, yes, we do have the upcoming sessions, right? So in the upcoming session, definitely, yes, we do have the different sessions out of it. Don't worry about that particular part. Okay. So thanks for it. So it's been a great opportunity for us to train you guys from the past 1 month. So because of this market change, right, where terribly we are not able to see the job and all, even we want to really badly help the market, right? So that's why we went off with a free training or free coaching for all of this, right? Even at the back in the COVID time also, so SOC experts took the free training for more than 1 year, right? More than 1,000 plus candidates, right? So 1,500 plus candidates. So we used to we trained at a free of cost, right, at a particular time as well. But now once again, because of this bad market situation and condition, so we have done it. So hopefully we were able to keep the promise. So what we were up to, and we were able to deliver. So what we are supposed to do within our 4 weeks of training. As I said, within 4 weeks we can't make it a wonder or we can't make it big. But of course, yes, we can bring some change in yourself, right? So hopefully, like we have done that, right? That's what the satisfaction we carry out of this particular ones, right? So hopefully we have done it at our best, right? But however, right, if you want to give back any gratitude, or if you want to help us better or reach us better, please do leave a Google review for us, right? So what you felt and how about the course, right? So one humble request, please write a Google review for us, so that we can reach as many different people as well, right? We can help much more people at a free of cost. So hopefully we have done it in the past as well. Please write a Google review. You can take off 5 minutes of time. You can write a review for us. In the meantime, I will try to share the document. I'm trying to attach in the chat, but it is not working for me. I don't know why this error is getting up. I will try to add it up. That we're gonna confirm. So the next one, definitely yes. The next classes will be there. When it is going to start, who is going to handle? We'll be giving that information through your WhatsApp group, right? Please wait for the WhatsApp group chat. So we'll drop a message in that, right? So today and tomorrow within that one. So we'll be doing that one. Okay. So please take a minute of time, guys, to write a review for us. Course completion certificate. I think Arun from our backend team member, he will drop you a message about it, right? So once you have written a review, so just you can drop me a message here that here you have completed it. Take a minute of time to write it down, so it will help us for our better reach, guys, right? So please write a review for us. So whatever you felt, it's not about the positive or negativity, like whatever you felt, how was your knowledge feel, so what you got from this platform, you can share your experience about it. Okay, so you want me to give the review link? Okay, let me do it. Okay, let me share the review link here, guys. Thank you, Manoj. Thank you, Varun. Thank you, Nandaj, for writing a review. So I'm just sharing a link to write a review, guys. So I shared a link for the review. So you can just click on it. You can go to the Google, or else you can go to the Google, just type in stock experts, and you can write a review for us. Right. So a few of your friends have already wrote for us. Thanks for it. Manoj, Varun, Nandaj. So hopefully from the past 1 month, so we were able to get that particular knowledge elevation, right? So try to do the same thing, guys. We know that we have the three common best friends, right? That is Udemy, Google, and YouTube, right? Try to do some research on the extra skills and knowledge, whatever we have gained so far. Try to look for those particular extra concepts. Try to research about it, the recent cyber attacks, right? All those information, try to get a hold of it so that you will be able to achieve. Once you have completed, you can drop a message, guys, that you have wrote a review. That would be of great help. Thank you. Thanks for it, guys. So many of you have wrote. Thanks for all the support. Okay. So I will share the document without fail. Okay. So it's not adding up into the chat. It's throwing some error. Soon after this particular class, I will try to send it through email to me, and that will try to share it into your WhatsApp group. That I can do it. Okay. Okay. Let me try it right now here itself. Resume templates also I'm going to share, right? Resume templates as well as all the documents. So definitely yes, we are going to share it. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the support. I will just check with Anand Guru and ask him to update regarding the next upcoming sessions regarding XOR, XDR as well. I'll ask him to complete two more concepts, right? If any things are left, so definitely yes, we can arrange a few more classes. Hopefully, stay tuned. Next month, I think we have a free cloud security classes, right? We have free cloud security classes. You guys can join that course and you can make the best use out of it. How to join, when it is going to start, you can just check the website. We have new free cloud security classes. Just work on that part as well. It will be much more beneficial for your profile, okay? Because cloud security is also one of the dominant domain right now. So where you know that almost everything is moving back into the cloud, right? So just to stay tuned, just check our website, keep on checking the website, you will be able to get the particular latest information. Okay. Cool. Thank you. So even those particular website, sorry, even those courses are free of cost, cloud security as well. You can get the knowledge out of it. Okay. So we'll keep on trying to bring these kind of new ones into the trainings at a free of cost, so that at least in this tougher time, you guys can gain the knowledge and you can try it out on that part. So that only thing is, when we bring in these kind of new and much more new concepts at free of cost, it will be helpful for you to expand your knowledge and add more value to your knowledge, right? That's a one more key thing to do here. So that's why cloud security will be introduced in the upcoming batch. Try to focus on it. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. Thanks for all the support. Okay. Okay. So thank you all the very best and have a good day, guys. Bye bye.